Alright, so we are going to turn this this little blank into one of these. I just finished this one, and now we're going to work on this guy. So, here we go. Starting with my square. See if I can figure out where my camera is. I got a square, and here we go. Alright, so now we're pretty much round. So I'm going to switch over to my round bit. And even though I have bushings on here, I always use a digital caliper. Zero it out. We go on this because it's a bullet pen. We want to get to about 0.47 on the 0.7 inches. We're right now at that's the bushing is 0.46. We're pretty much 0.53, 0.55, 0.55. So we got a little bit more to go. I always measure using the calipers because the bushings aren't always accurate. They're usually pretty close. And as I get closer, I start measuring more. 0.51, 0.49, 0.5. Over here on this side, I'm sure it's going to be a little big still. 0.48, 0.48. That one's going to be close. 0.48. Alright, so we're getting close. A little bit more. Just barely touching the knife. Doing nice smooth strokes now, try and get it cleaned up. think that's going to be good. 0.47, 0.47, 0.47. Alright, get rid of some of the muck. Now we're going to sand. Alright, there's where I'm actually paying attention. Get a live feed on my phone. So, here we go. And I don't know if you can see it, but as we're sanding, you'll see a bunch of little lines going across. And what you're looking for is consistent lines going across, keeping the sandpaper moving, because if it starts getting hot, that's bad. Then we're going to go side to side, get rid of any lines from spinning round and round. Looks pretty good. That's 180 paper. Now we're going to 240. And same process. But as you're getting smoother, you're going to do less and less work. You're not pressing as hard because you're not really cutting into it. Once you get to the 320 sandpaper, you're just buffing it smoother and smoother. So they'll be a lot faster. Don't spend as much time with the actual buffing. And I got a couple of big lines there. It's hard to see, I'm sure, on the video because I can't get zoomed in with this GoPro, but you get the idea. Now we're doing 400 grit. And the last of the papers, 500 grit. Same process over and over and over. Now, typical woodworking, you're gonna, you wouldn't even go down to that 500 grit, but we're looking for a mirror polish. So what we're gonna do now is we're gonna use what we call micro mesh. And that goes all the way down to 12,000 grit. Got these little pads. And again, we're just doing the same process. Some people use wet. I usually don't. And again, as we're doing this, we're using less and less pressure every time. But you always want to go side to side, because even though you can't see them anymore, there are lines getting cut into it when it's spinning. So, and you can see the polish starting to really pop. It's starting to shine real nice. And at this point, I'm just barely touching the paper, or the pad on there. Barely touching it at all. Just very light pressure, side to side. Keep, especially with this micro mesh, as you get, the smoother you get, the quicker it's going to heat up, because there's more and more surface area. so it's very important to keep it moving. Heat builds up quick. Couple more, we're almost done. And this is turning out beautiful. I don't know if you can see it. And there we go. Now on this one, this is actually the same blank. I cut it from the same piece, two different sides of the same exact piece of plastic. This one I painted the tube white. This one I painted the tube black before gluing it in. And you can totally see the difference in colors that it ends up on. And this is the same exact piece of plastic. So now I just have to get this into the laser and get onto the next piece of this. Chicago Pens out.